Hey, what's up guys, it's Emily and welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed watching my Humans Are Broken release show vlogs. Today I'm back with a video that has been requested a couple of times. I remember someone asking me to do this video over 2 years ago and I remembered the idea because I really liked it. I used to do a lot of vinyl collection videos and today I'm going to show you my favorite non-metal albums, or at least the ones I own in my collection. So I hope you will like that. Obviously metal is my favorite genre, but I really enjoy listening to other types of music as well. Before I started discovering thrash metal, I really enjoyed listening to modern, indie, alternative rock. I'm not really good with genres like that, but you will see what I mean in a minute. Even though I haven't discovered new music in those genres for a couple of years already, I still really enjoy listening to the albums that I already know. Anyway, I think it's important to not limit yourself to only one type of music. I don't agree with people who feel like they should be a real metalhead and dress like a real metalhead and only listen to real metal, whatever that may be. If that's what you do, then that's fine, but that's just not something that I agree with. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I'm going to share some non-metal albums that I really enjoy. I'm going to start with the vinyl records and then move on to the CDs. When I listened to this music, I was mainly collecting CDs, and then after a while I kind of switched to vinyl. But my vinyl records are mostly metal, so yeah. I don't have huge backstories on these albums, and I don't think it's interesting to share a lot of facts that you can easily find online, so I'm going to go through them pretty quick. I hope you will enjoy watching, and let's get started. Alright, there's not really an order in this, I'm just going to show what's on top. So, the first album over here is AM by Arctic Monkeys. I really enjoy this album. It came out in 2013 and that's when I bought this one. Really relaxing. I like to listen to this type of music when the weather is nice and I'm just chilling in my room. Gatefold album cover with all these song titles on the back. And I also really like this artwork. If you want more information about the albums or you just have a question about something, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will answer it. The next album, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing all the titles right, but this is El Camino by the Black Keys, which is one of my favorite albums. I really enjoy listening to this in the summer. It just has really summery vibes, at least to me. Maybe that's just a memory, because I listened to the first song in this album, Lonely Boy, on a holiday while we were driving in a car and the weather was really nice. So maybe just that's how I feel about this. Gatefold album cover. This album came out in 2011 and I believe that's when I bought it. It came with a poster that I don't have in here, I think. Nope. This is just a great album that I love everything about. All of these songs are really great. Next is Joe Bonamassa, Driving Towards the Daylight, which came out in 2012 and that's when I bought it. I love this album. Joe Bonamassa is a great guitarist. I saw him live together with my dad, which was really great as well. Also a cool thing was that he was his own support act, so he played the support act acoustic and then they moved on to the electric set, which was really cool. My favorite songs on this one are probably Dislocated Boy and Driving Towards the Daylight. The next one is Tourist History by Two Door Cinema Club. Came out in 2010. I don't exactly remember when I discovered them, but I bought this vinyl record a couple of years later because it was pretty hard to find. I don't think I have a favorite song on this one. It just has really positive, fun, happy vibes for me. So yeah. The next one is also by Two Door Cinema Club. It's called Beacon and came out in 2012, and I do remember that I pre-ordered this one. I'm not sure if I like this one as much as the first one, but it's also a really nice album for you guys to check out. And there's only 4 vinyl records left. The next one is by the X's. I don't know how to pronounce this band name. This album is called Coexist. I actually like their first album better. I own that one on CD, but I'll get into that later. It's just really a relaxed band to listen to. It doesn't have the song titles on here, so I don't really know what to say about this one, so I'm going to move on. Then the next album is a record that I recently added to my collection. It's called 13th Step by A Perfect Circle. This is such an amazing album. It came out in 2014, but I discovered them 2 years ago when my boyfriend introduced them to me, and I just really liked it, so I bought the album. It is a Gatefold album cover. Do I have a favorite song on this one? I don't know, I just really like this album overall. I just put it on and listen to the whole album. That's actually what I always do with every album, no matter if it's metal or non-metal, because the artist didn't put the songs in a specific order for no reason. But this one is just pretty easy to listen, but it also has really heavy parts, which I really like. The order of the songs is just great, it flows perfectly, so definitely recommend this album. Next up is also an album that my boyfriend introduced me to. This one is Love Songs for Robots by Patrick Watson, I don't know. But he played this album on our first date, so it became kind of our thing. We actually saw him live in Amsterdam 2 years ago with an orchestra, which was amazing. My favorite song on this album is Love Songs for Robots, but the rest of the songs are really great as well. It's a Gatefold album cover, and it came with a 7-inch single as well, with the song Strangers and Grace. Anyway, it's a great album, and I'm not just saying that because it has value to me. And the next album is the last final record in this video. This is Wildlife by Ladi Spoed. Ladi Spoed is a post-hardcore band. I don't really know if it really fits in this video because it's quite a heavy album, but it's not metal either. I discovered this band through Tumblr. I remember seeing some quotes on Tumblr that I really liked, and then when I looked them up I found out that they were by this band. You might recognize this flower, it's really a thing on the internet, I think. I really like this album, it's quite heavy, really emotional vocals in a way. I also don't have a favorite song on this one because it just flows perfectly. It just kind of makes you feel bad in a good way, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is definitely one to check out if you don't know this band already. So these were all the vinyl records. Let's move on to the CDs. The first one I grabbed is also by Ladi Spoed. This one has a title that is pretty hard to announce when you're Dutch. I will try. It's called Somewhere at the Bottom of the River Between Vega and Altair. This is probably their most popular album. Has some of their biggest hits on them. Not much to add besides that it's a great CD. Next one is also by the XX. This is my favorite album by them. It is, I believe, their first one, which came out in 2009. I discovered it a couple of years later. This one has a really relaxed vibe. I enjoy listening to this in the car or late at night, just trying to explain what feeling I get with these records, so maybe you will know what vibe it has and if you will like it or not. Let's move on. The next one is Different Shades of Blue, also from Joe Bonamassa. I already said what I wanted to say about him, but this is just a great album as well. My favorite song on this one is probably the title track, Different Shades of Blue, but all of the songs are really nice. The next one is Wolfmother. Great band, great CD. I discovered them through Guitar Hero 2 on my PlayStation 2. Actually, Guitar Hero 2 had a lot of great songs. That's how I discovered a lot of my music back in the day. If you don't know them already, go check it out. Probably one of the heaviest albums that I put in this video. Next up are two albums by Paramore, Riot and Brand New Eyes. I both really like them. Misery Business was on Guitar Hero World Tour, so I really enjoyed playing that one, but it's a great album overall if you're into this kind of music. I guess most of you guys know this band. Riot came out in 2007 and Brand New Eyes came out in 2009. I still really enjoy listening to these albums and I mainly put them on in the car. That's probably the case with most of my CDs because when I'm at home I prefer to spin a record, but CDs are easy and fun to listen to in the car. Next up is Born to Die by Lana Del Rey, which came out in 2012 and that's when I got this one. I own the Paradise edition because it has an extra CD with extra songs. Her biggest hit was Video Games. It was played on TV and all over the radio, so maybe you recognize it. Also one of those albums that are just great overall. Great thing about this is that the songs are nice as a whole, but also separately. You could just pick out one song and listen to it separately and it would be amazing as well. Next up is Marina and the Diamonds. This album is called Electra Heart. The music sounds really happy, but the lyrics are kind of heavy sometimes. This album came out in 2012 and I'm pretty sure that's when I got it. If you're watching this video and you usually only listen to metal, then you might not like this album because it sounds pretty happy, pretty poppy as well. But if you're going to listen to it with an open mind, you might enjoy it. And the next one is Boys Like Girls. I don't even know the album title. It's probably self-titled, kinda boy band-ish. Pretty poppy as well. This album came out in 2007. Then there are only 2 artists left and I picked all of the albums that I own from them. This band is called Florence and the Machine. First album I got over here is Between Two Lungs and the second one is Ceremonial. The song that introduced me to this band was Kiss with a Fist. Great singer. I never saw her live before, but I heard that she's really good live as well. So if I ever get a chance, then I will definitely go. So yeah, let's move on to the last band. The last 3 albums that I want to show you guys. First one is self-titled, I believe. It came out in 2008. The second one is Science and Fate and the third one is called Number 3. I discovered this band probably on YouTube, I think. Break Even used to be my favorite song and I used to play guitar and sing along with it all the time. Actually, we played some of these songs with my first band ever. I used to be in a band with my sister who plays drums and a friend who played bass. And I used to play guitar and sing and we actually played Break Even and If You See K live. Pretty poppy, but I really like it. I'm not afraid to admit that I like pop music sometimes, even though metal is like my main thing. I saw this band live a couple of times and they're great live as well. I don't have a lot to add to this, so these were all the albums that I wanted to show you. I'm curious to find out if maybe you knew some of the artists already and if maybe you listen to them on a regular basis. And if not, let me know if you're going to check out one of the albums and if you liked it or not. It would be really cool if you discovered some new music through this video, or if you listen to similar music and have some recommendations for bands or songs for me to check out. Also feel free to leave a comment down below. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you'll keep up to date on all of my new videos. I hope I can keep up with uploading every Friday, but I can't make any promises because I am graduating and I have exams to do. Just so you know, I will try to keep up with it, but I'm not going to promise anything. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!